Welcome to your daily writing habit, episode number 503. If you're writing a book or thinking about it or trying to finish a book you've started writing, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that 3 things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn a quote-unquote non-author into a published one. Those 3 things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Anais Nin. Well, once again, good morning, happy Thursday, and a question I get from new authors pretty frequently is, does anyone actually want to read what's in my head? And what I've found, it's a valid question, by the way, especially as writers, we get some weird stuff in our heads, right? So the irony is I found over the years that the crazier, kind of like more nonsensical, more personal, candid, strange, whatever the things that you're thinking of writing, the weirder they are, the more you should consider sharing them with readers, because weird means unique. And creativity takes courage, as Anais Nin just kind of hinted at in the quote. Being a writer turns courage into words. So how do you do this? How do you get the guts to turn the thoughts in your head into words on the page? Well, here are 5 different reasons and kind of questions and inspiration, five things that I've come up with to challenge you to get that stuff that's out of your head onto the page. Number 1, the question, why not? What's the worst thing that could happen if you brought to life on the page some of the writer weirdness floating around in your head? We are long past the age of actual tarring and feathering, witch hangings, and torch-yielding mobs, I hope. Sure, I mean, sometimes you just don't know on Twitter, you know? Sure, there's the internet version of all that by way of social media, but fortunately the internet has an off switch. Sometimes we forget that, right? The internet actually has an off switch. You don't have to just sit there reading things if they're upsetting you. Also, you could get crucified on Twitter for disagreeing with a popular opinion about a TV show. So why not at least make the internet crucifixion worth it by really going there as a writer and putting your work out there? Number 2, speaking of being a writer, yeah, that's right. You're a writer. You have the actual talent and ability to translate the thoughts in your head into words. So show off a little. Take your talent out for a spin like the intellectual Ferrari it is. Enjoy the talent that so many people would love to have by sharing something juicy. Remember, being an author is supposed to be fun. Number 3, there are other people out there who will relate to your thoughts, no matter how crazy you think they are. That's the beauty of the human race. It's literally huge. So you have the law of statistics and probability in your corner. Someone, somewhere, out there will get and maybe even love your crazy ideas. And for the ones who don't get you and maybe even hate your crazy ideas, well, who cares? They're not your people. They're not your audience. So to heck with them. Some other author is writing for them. They're not your job. Your job is the people who love you. Number 4, if your crazy, candid, personal ideas are even overwhelming and confusing to you, then you absolutely must write them down. Even if you don't end up publishing them, just getting all the weirdness down in writing will help you sort them out. It will help you make sense of things. And yes, make them maybe like less horrifying. Again, this is all depending on what's in your head. I promise you, this is a way to do it though. Let your ideas, your stories, your lessons, your thoughts, your visions see the light of day. Shine a light on the monster in the shadows and make it your friend. And finally, number 5, think about all the authors before you, many of them famous, some of them legendary, who also thought that their thoughts were horrifying and strange and weird and crazy. They wrote them down anyway, and they made a difference in the world by doing so. Thank you for joining me here on your daily writing habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. I hope. Please let me know. Please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook. Let me know if I'm actually helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. Would love to know. Inc. Authors on Facebook. And most importantly, while you're there, let us know how we can support your book writing goals. Inc. Authors on Facebook. Until tomorrow, happy writing.